The lights are on, the stars are bright, at least outside. Inside, we like to think so. We're ready for Delmarva Sports Insider. Drew Williams is standing by. We'll have him with us in just a moment. For now, it's Jeff Harris and I. Kind of feels like the nest. Jeff,
a little bit.
Two Temple House, hanging out, talking some sports on a Friday night.
The nest at a different time. But before we get into anything, you know, we're a little short-handed, you may have noticed.
Just two guys.
We got Trayvon Miles, Jonah Restuccio out as well. But Trayvon Miles celebrating a birthday today. So big birthday shout out to our fearless leader, Trey. Enjoy your day. I hope you did enjoy.
Absolutely. Trey enters the big 3-0 club.
I wasn't going to give the age.
I don't care. He's putting it everywhere. It's the best decade yet. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? And to celebrate, we're going hard with the spring sports.
That's right.
Trifecta for Trayvon Miles, softball, lacrosse, and baseball. Happy birthday, you local legend.
That's right. And hopefully he's watching because we're going to lead things off on the mound. This is a top-notch matchup from earlier this week. Both baseball programs have a long, rich history. Colonel Richardson, St. Michael's, the two winningest teams in the Bayside Conference. And, of course, this year, both undefeated in the conference as well, one walking out with a loss. Now, pick things up in the second. Saints up 2-1, but Colonel explodes. Jackie Zebron, 2 RBI single up the middle to take the lead. And later in the inning, Ty Scott, 2-run triple to the wall. Colonels put up 6 runs in the bottom half of the inning for a 7-2 lead. Fast forward, though, to the 4th inning. Christian Glesner slap to right field would score 2 runs. St. Mike's puts up 5 in the 4th inning. Yeah, they're going to tie things back up at 7. Then in the 5th, Tyler Stanley, RBI single, plates a run. 3-run inning for CR to retake the lead 10-7, which would stand until the 7th inning. Saints with a little late rally. Bases loaded, 2 outs, infield single, cuts it to 10-8. And with the bases still juiced, Josh Risher gets the bunt to fall. What a play. Good for another run, 10-9 the score now, but they would fall just short. Grounder up the middle, forces the out, and Colonel, they hang on in this one. They remain unbeaten in the final, 10-9.
They beat us on our field in the playoffs. We had to get them back. We cannot lose at home at all. That's just our behavior.
Putting the ball in play, hitting it on the ground, making field the ball. That's the toughest part in baseball. You got to field the ball, field it cleanly, and put pressure on them. That's all we got to do.
Now, look, for me, it's always great when you have a baseball game where you got a team scoring 10, the other team scoring 9, because when you think of traditional powerhouses in baseball, you're used to like a pitching duel.
Right, exactly.
You get like a 3-1 or 2-0.
And that's what you would have gotten with these two teams last year.
Not so much this year.
Not so much this year. You saw Jackie. Of course, you have the offensive explosion from Colonel. You have that from St. Mike's as well. But, you know, you also have the pitching depth in Colonel. This could be a Bayside title matchup, possibly. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll wait and see. But nonetheless, a fantastic game. One of the teams had to walk out with a loss. And they only lost by 1 run. So that being said, yeah, 2 of the best teams, obviously, the winningest teams in Bayside history for a reason. They can score some runs, and we just saw it. Now we're going to switch gears to lacrosse, and for more from Maryland and, of course, Lax, exactly, throw it over to Drew Williams at the wall.
Yeah, that's right, guys, and certainly a great matchup today going on over at the Shipyard here in Salisbury with the Bennett Clippers hosting Queen Anne's, and let's get right into this thing. Beautiful matchup, and we'll fast forward to the second quarter with the game tied at 3. Luke Nesser's going to come around to the front of the goal and bounce a shot up and past the keeper to give the Clippers the 1-goal lead. Luke finishes the night with a hat trick. And now let's jump ahead. 30 seconds left in the half. Justin Lewis gets it in front of the goal and puts it in for the equalizer. But just 20 seconds later, Will Colburn rolls it past the keeper for one of his 3 goals to give the Lions the 1-goal lead at the break. But the second half, Clippers coming alive. It's the other brother, Cole Nestor, coming around the cage and gets the diving goal under the keeper. Then in the 4th, Lane Farrell with the sick move on the keeper goes top shelf with his 2nd goal as Bennett takes it 10-7 over Queen Anne's. And over at Y-High, North Carolina making the trip to Salisbury to take on the Indians, and it was all Bulldogs in this game. In the first quarter, Z Rochester works his way to the cage and fires a dart for NC, but North Carolina still rolling along, and this time it's Jay Leclerc. Turns around and fires a shot on the right side for the easy goal. Beautiful look for him. Everyone getting involved on the scoring party for the Bulldogs. D. Bunsey, he's going to wrap around the cage. Check out this turnaround shot. Just smokes it. Y-High, though, on the other hand, they struggled offensively in this game. Only managed to get a pair of goals, but able to get 1 aboard in the first half. But if you check out the move, it's just too much North Carolina. This is the goal you'll see later. It's Rochester again. Check out the move. Gets bodied up by the defender, but he's still able to throw his hands up and get the shot. North Carolina runs away with this game early, finishes with a final of 19-2. Let's switch gears to the Diamond on the girls' side. Parkside and Bennett softball squaring off earlier this week. Clippers starter Gina Donalds was feeling it early. The righty gets 3 punch-outs in the first inning alone, and she would go on to strike out the first 4 batters she faced to start the game. But Bennett's offense would go to work. Hannah Cope with a grounder that splits the gap in left center. That's good for an RBI double. And then Donalds getting involved with the offensive work at the plate. 2 RBI single from the pitcher down the right field line to tack on a few more runs. And then the knockout blow. Coming from Leah Phillips, you'll see it just in a moment. The flare out toward right field. That'll score 2 more runs for the Clippers as they take down Parkside in 5 innings, 12-1. Jeff, Ryan, we'll send it back to you guys to the desk for some more scores.
All right, here we go. A few more scores from the Bayside earlier this week. Easton, they're going to upend Queen Anne's. Mardella, they get the job done. Here we go. Some great at-bats in this one, topping Washington by 5, 14-9 the final. Kent County gets a double-digit win over North Dorchester. And then North Caroline, they fall to Kent Island, the final. You see it, 11-4.
All right, Jeff Harris, so you're the expert here because it's just me and you, and you know I do the news. But did something really stand out to you this week, whether that be softball, lacrosse, baseball for the state of Maryland?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us can really agree. I mean, we picked North Carolina is almost a sleeper in baseball this year in the Bayside. And Kent Island, they had over 15 wins last year. They finished 16-5 or 16-4. So that was a really good game. I think North Carolina's still going to be able to finish this season, or it hasn't even started yet, but really move through the bulk of their schedule well. And then at the same time, Bennett lacrosse, Bennett softball, getting it done, and then North Carolina lacrosse getting it done as well. But I think these Bennett boys and this lacrosse team, man, they can really go far. The sky's the limit with them as we see it. The 2 Nestor brothers, they're going to get it done. So we'll wait and see.
Big takeaway for Jeff Harris.
That's right.
Keep your eyes on Bennett.
Exactly. And their boys lacrosse program. But coming up after the break, we head over to Delaware. Lots and lots of lacrosse, softball, that's right, and baseball to get to. We're just minutes away. Stick with us.
My name is Jackie Zebron. I play for Colonel Richardson Baseball, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.